People call it a mask slip. I don't even call it a mask slip. I call it a full mask removal followed by rage. Okay, guys, what you are about to watch is very disturbing in my eyes, and it isn't so much because of what he says ultimately, it's how he flips from it's like how he flips the script basically, yeah. We are about to watch, it's only a small little segment out of this entire video. But it's that how he goes from one mode to the next that has me kind of like, okay, now we got fucking problems here. Okay, so let's get on with it, shall we?
By the way, I have something that I need to publicly say right now, because actually, I saw a comment on a video, and I need to address it, okay? I'm actually going to pause the recording.
Okay, so this is something that Phil always does. He has this infant mentality. It's kind of like when you cover, if you have a little child, if you have a baby, you'll know, you either know this or you're going to learn, as your child grows. If you cover a little child's eyes, they think that everything is gone. They think that everything is gone, especially with younger children. They do not perceive that there is anything behind them. They only see what they see in front of them is basically what there is. It isn't until they get older and everything that they start to realize that there is things behind them. Phil has something similar to this, that if he stops recording, it's gone. If he stops recording, it's gone. He can use the defense of it was taken out of context. It's the same bullshit he does all the time. But the thing is, that's why people like me, like the Restreamers, your Raw Phil, your Doodystreams, your Tevins, your Hey RVs, that's why we exist. We are what I like to call a necessary evil. You may not like us, but here we fucking are. And this is a good reason why we are here. It is to call out what you are about to see here, ladies and gentlemen.
Recording right now because it has nothing to do with the playthrough. I need to say this publicly right now and get it off my chest, and then people need to listen up because it's important. So, as everyone knows, we have newcomers that are coming to the streams. They're hanging out, they're chilling, they're having a good time. I've gotten a couple different comments now.
Okay, so this is something Phil always does. He talks, in very broad, he makes very broad claims. I saw a comment. People say this. People tell me that. I see this. I see that. He doesn't actually give proof. He just makes basically very loose claims. And the reason is because what he claims doesn't happen, or it isn't actually there. That's why he said, I saw a couple comments. Okay, Phil, can you show us these comments? And then when you actually challenge him and you say, okay, Phil, show the proof, this is when he takes offense to it. Like, I don't have to show you shit. And then he takes the whole stand of, you should just trust me. Well, Phil, you have a self-admitted history of fucking lying to everyone. And I'm sorry, Phil, a lie is not still an answer. It's a lie. So when you have a history of lying over and over and over and over again, people are not going to believe you when you just say, well, you just have to take my word for it. No, we don't have to just take your word for it. Yeah, it just makes me kind of chuckle when he literally, he will stop recording because he thinks that just by stopping recording, it's going to absolve him from any backlash that he gets.
Stating that people are trying to watch on Kick, and that the Kick audience over there is being maliciously negative, saying things like, you're not supporting enough, you need to support more, and they're actually getting turned off, saying, you're not saying it, Phil, but these people are, and it's not a friendly environment, therefore I don't want to watch on Kick.
What? Okay, I'll let him finish this part up.
No, you're not allowed to say that.
Okay, there. I want to stop right there. I find it kind of hilarious. I find it hilarious that when Phil does this, you're not allowed to say that. Kick chat, you are not allowed to say when my new followers, my new best friends are not footing enough. You are not allowed to say that. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, I think at the most it was like 2 weeks ago when Phil was literally, pitting his YouTube viewers against his Kick viewers. The YouTube viewers were literally saying, "Hey, they're not giving you enough money. Maybe you should just turn off the stream, turn off the chat, turn it all off." Phil didn't get on them about that. Phil did not get on them about that. He did not say, "Guys, that's not your place to say that." He just fucking let it go. And at points he was actually, you know what? Maybe I'm thinking about it. He was actually considering it. He was actually considering it. One word can be used to describe Phil Burnell all the time, and that's hypocrite.
And if you do, I'm about to ban your ass. And if you come back with a sock account, I'm also going to ban your ass again until I ban you into fucking oblivion. It is not your place to say toxic things to newcomers. If people want to contribute, they can. If I choose to ask...
You're right. How the fuck does he not realize? If they want, they want. That's the key word there. If they want to contribute, they can. How is it that he can say it's basically voluntary when it comes to contributions, but then when he doesn't get anything, he makes it sound like it's a fucking demand. He speaks out of both ends basically. And I find that it's fucking hilarious. It's goddamn hilarious that when Kick first, the Kick dents first, started watching Phil, the YouTubers did the same. The YouTube viewers did the same shit to the Kino dents that the Kino dents are now doing to the Asmon fucktards.
Ask for contributions on my own stream. That's my prerogative, not yours. If I see it, it's an instant ban. I'm done with you. Because you are toxic holdovers from two fucking dumbass mouth-drooling drama queen monkeys.
Wow, listen to this. People say that this is a mask slip. I wouldn't even say that this is a mask slip. I would say that this is outright, like, full mask off, unbridled, or it's restrained rage, but you can see it's just like right underneath the surface. Like, if you literally poked him a couple times, I'm sure we would have had a whole nother eat it moment. I feel that it's very difficult for a psychopath to operate normally in a civilized world. It's a lot more difficult for a psychopath to act civil in a civil world, whereas it's easier for a civilized person to act like a psychopath in a psychopathic world, if that makes any sense. That's how I feel about Phil. That I think about Phil. He tries so fucking hard to put up this mask, the figurative mask. He tries to act civil, but it's not who he is. And the thing is, what makes me kind of just shake my head, it's like he's attacking two people. Why? Because of their viewers. You don't even know who these people are, Phil. You don't. If these people are actually doing what you're claiming, you don't know if they were Kino holdouts or whatever you want to call them. You are literally just looking for a way to manufacture drama. And by the way, Phil, you said you're not about drama, didn't you, Phil? What makes me kind of laugh my ass off is the fact that Phil actually had the audacity to ask, to basically make a claim, what does Kino, or what do Triple P and Andy or Warziski or whatever his name is, what have they done that's productive for the planet? Fine, Phil, let's play your little game. What have you done that's productive for the planet? Please, Phil, I would love to know what it is that you have done that has helped the human species as a whole. Me, I've helped hundreds of people graduate from school. And out of those hundreds of people, I'm pretty sure, almost them all have received some sort of job at this point. And I'm pretty sure none of them are really that much of a beggar. I help future generations of children manage to, get in the real world and find jobs. What is it you have done, Phil? Because for the last 18 plus years, all you do is sit as a recluse in your house playing games. Your current house and your condo. You do nothing, Phil. You don't have the right to actually say that other people do not contribute anything when you yourself do not contribute anything. But this isn't so much what I want to talk about. It's what happens next.
Who don't add anything to this fucking planet, Kino Casino, and I don't want you ruining an opportunity for newcomers to come find my content.
He's talking to Kino Casino like they're literally right there right now. Phil, in the corners of your room, do you see people? In the right corner of your room, do you see Tevin? Is he looking at you? In the left corner of your room, in front of you, Phil, do you see Triple P and Worski? Are they pointing and laughing at you? If the answer is yes, you need help. You need help, Phil.
Because you're pissed that I don't like them. Fuck you. So I want you out of my chat. If you're going to act like that, go right now and never come back. Because if I...
Okay, now here's the thing. Phil, when the honeymoon between Phil Burnell and the fucktards that follow Asmongold, when that honeymoon is over, and it will be over pretty soon, Phil is going to literally move. He's going to move that group into the same group that the Kino Dents are in. Right now, at the new subscribers of Asmongold, they're looking at Phil and they're thinking, oh my god, he really cares about us. He's trying to protect us from those evil Kino followers. The fact is, when you stop carrying your weight, according to Phil, you're going to get the same treatment that he gives the Kino followers. And you're also going to somewhat get the same treatment that he gives the YouTube followers. You're not special. You are simply seen as a means to the end. And when he feels that you're no longer carrying that weight and you're pulling the line, you're going to be cannibalized.
I see it, it's an instant fucking ban. Okay?
Okay, take your drink, Phil. You take that drink, Phil. You deserve that drink. You sure told a lot of people off, over some self-perceived injustice that you're manufacturing in your head. Most likely because you're seeing people in the corners of your room. Because you're becoming unhinged, Phil. You're becoming unhinged. And up next is, it's actually more scary than what you just watched. At least for me.
And if you don't believe me, test me and see what happens.
Oh god, you don't want to say test me to trolls. Saying test me to trolls is like saying, go ahead, go through my personal records to the IRS. You don't want to do that because they will do shit to you, Phil.
Happens. Okay. Okay, everyone, sorry about that.
Oh, crap.
Had to say something, it was pretty important, but now I'm back. I believe...
Okay, now this is what actually had me kind of like, whoa, we have a problem here, ladies and gentlemen. It's the fact how Phil was able to go from ranting and raving like a fucking lunatic. He was able to go from ranting and raving like a lunatic straight to, hey guys, I'm sorry about that. I'm back. We're about to have a fun game. We're going to have a lot of fun. It's like he can switch on us like on a dime. And that's fucking scary. That's fucking scary. Not so much for me because Phil has a running history of not being able to stand up against people who challenge him if they are either his equal or superior. He won't do that. Phil likes to pick on people who are more capable to be subjugated. Now, I'm not sure. So I'm not saying it as fact. But watching the way he just snapped. He snapped at something he didn't even show any evidence of. He didn't show any evidence of, what he just claimed. But he was so enraged. I'm not shocked that he may have had, let's say he has a bad night. I'm not saying he does or doesn't. I'm just thinking. I would not be that shocked if Kat, she bears a brunt of some tongue lashings, I guess you could say, when Phil doesn't have a good night. If he can do this for no real reason, what's it to say that he would not attack people that, that are close to him? And who would be a better target than somebody he has basically isolated? It's like I said, it's scary. It's scary that basically you have somebody who is, at this point, I think he's like a fucking ticking time bomb. He is a ticking time bomb, and you're just what we are watching here. It's like micro explosions. And one of these days, he will have a full-fledged burnout. The fact that he targeted two people who are not even there to defend themselves, that really says a lot. Excuse me. Really says a lot about the guy's character. My advice for you, Phil, you need help. You need help. I would not be shocked if Phil is actually seeing. He sees his detractors. He sees people that he does not like. He sees them like in the farthest reaches of that room. And when he's ranting and raving like this, I wouldn't be shocked that he's not ranting so much at the camera and by the camera to the audience. It's like he's having a conversation with the people that he's seeing. I wouldn't be shocked that before he turns on that camera and he starts recording, he goes in that room, let's just throw out a name. He may see Kevin. You piece of shit, I'm going to show you who the man is. And that's why he does what he does. It isn't so much the audience. He feels like he is, from my observation, it's like he's in a contest with people that are not here, And that's ultimately what's the most dangerous. Okay, so like I said, Phil, go get help. All I can really say is, Phil, I'm saying this out of care and concern for your wife. Go get help. Disconnect from the internet for a few weeks. Go get help. You need to clear your head out, dude. This is not healthy for you, dude. Okay, so that's about it. That is it. Let me do this. It wasn't so much in that video I really wanted to show. It's just that little clip, because that really gives you an insight into what Phil Burnell is like. I find it kind of hilarious that Phil jumped on the Kino followers, even if they did something. He jumped on them for something that he allows YouTubers to do. Phil, that's not a good look for you, dude. Also, like I said, this goes out to the Asmongold followers. This is what you are getting in league with. I would really reconsider who you want to hang out with.